Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city. And on today's program, we've got the latest news on some economic development taking place in the city and a big prospect that might be headed this way soon with more jobs. We're also going to check in at the Senior Citizen Center, let you know about some great programs they've got planned for the month of October. But our first stop today is here at the Vandalia Division of Police, where each one of these vehicles you see has for years been equipped with a camera to record what happens during a traffic stop or a call for service. As we're about to find out, a program being rolled out right now will very soon equip each officer driving these vehicles with a body camera as well. For years, the Vandalia Division of Police has used in-vehicle cameras to record official interactions. Now comes word that police are adding body cameras to the system.
We received a couple different variations of cameras, models, and we put them out in the field, tested them, and to make sure this is what we want, this is how they're doing, this is the quality of the recordings that they have. The one reason we picked the camera that we did was because it matches the cameras that we currently have in the cars. So we use the same software to download the video, we have the same software to redact video. It's one nice package.
Before coming up with a usage policy, the city looked at a number of options.
The policy states that the officers are required to turn those cameras on anytime that they're sent on a dispatch. They'll also turn them on if they're going to go on traffic stops. So if they go out to generate field contact with somebody that looks suspicious. So really, we are recording just about everything that we're doing out there.
Once all of the cameras are in place, it'll be up to the officers to make sure the tape is rolling.
There's a couple ways that I think you need to know that officers can activate the cameras. There is a great big button here on the front. They can push that. Anytime that the overhead lights on the cruiser are turned on, it activates the body camera as well as the in-car camera. Anytime the car gets up over 80 miles an hour, it will activate both the in-car camera and the body camera. So there are several other cues that will activate these things if the officer is responding to a hot call, per se.
The cameras will be in place by the end of the month, and they should go a long way in keeping the police process completely transparent.
It gives, I believe, citizens confidence in what we're doing. It provides transparency on how we're operating. The cameras will also be used for evidence collection. We'll use these to improve training for the officers. So there are several benefits on why we're doing what we're doing.
So when will the cameras be rolled out? Well, in most cases, they're already on the streets.
Right now we have cameras out on the street, and we're going to hope to have everybody in a camera here before the end of the month of September. The cameras are worn on the officer's shirt, and they're held on by a magnet that goes inside the shirt, and then the camera goes on the outside. It's got a very wide angle of view, 120 degrees. It shoots very well in low light. They are in color. The officers, when they come off the street, they will download all the data from that day onto the server so we can see what's going on and watch them. Each officer is assigned their own camera, so they have a little more accountability in maintaining the equipment. And as I said, they are paired with the in-car camera system.
From rolling out cameras to rolling out a new construction project, that's what's on tap at the 40 West development at the site of the former Morton Middle School.
The foundation permit is ready for Dr. Volk's new building. That's something that is fairly recent, and hopefully you'll see ground break to the east side if you're facing the Prime Ed building on the right side there. You'll see Dr. Volk's project take off.
Assistant City Manager Greg Shackelford says once work starts on the dental office, the site to the east of the existing building will begin to see building crews in place as well.
I know they're continuing negotiations with another potential medical company that would be on the west side of the grounds. So at some point, probably more sooner than later, the whole frontage will be occupied.
There's also good news to report on a couple of vacant buildings located on Vandalia's southeast edge, as an outside company is considering a purchase.
Project name is Cypress, and at some point I think I'll be able to let everybody know who it is pretty quickly, but it's a company that is looking at one of the old buildings that was occupied for several years by Incon. Incon was purchased in 2015 by another plastics company called Amcor. Long story short, there's another plastics company that's looking at the property that's on Ventnor, and then there's another property on Stop 8 Road. They're considering one or maybe both of those properties.
Shackelford says the city is on a short list of possible sites.
It would probably be in the neighborhood of 35 to 40 jobs initially, with some bigger growth maybe after year 5. But it's a company that's grown really quickly, only been around for about 5 years in existence. So it's a great win. It would be brand new employment to the state. We're up against a couple other states for this project. So really exciting.
Also in the southeast edge of town, work is nearing completion on the newly renovated future home of Ortronics.
We're hoping to get them opened sometime maybe December or early first quarter. That's 120 plus jobs. So that one to me is a real helpful one.
One last economic development note, the former Delphi and Molly building on Northwoods Boulevard has been empty for more than a year as the company moved some 300 jobs out of Vandalia and into downtown Dayton. Word is the site is getting some attention these days from a company known for repurposing old sites and getting new tenants moved in.
The Molly building, which was formerly Delphi, was announced last week. As of today's shooting, it was last week, for a company that purchased that building to do repurposing. So I think that they'll probably work through some due diligence on the site and then market it hopefully for manufacturing, light industrial, that kind of use. But only time will tell on that. But for us, it's very exciting because we ended up losing about 300 jobs when the Delphi Molly ended up relocating those employees down to the city of Dayton.
Our next stop today is at the Castle Hills Golf Course, where Vandalia's own public works crew has been helping with a paving project. Public Service Director Rob Cron.
We're repaving some of the cart paths that have deteriorated over time, and we've come out here with our crews and we save a lot of money. We just buy the asphalt and our crews come out, pave the paths, and they'll have a nice smooth ride out here on the course when we're done.
Cron says keeping the job in-house saves taxpayer money.
It makes it nice. We have our own paver and our own guys, our own rollers, so we can come out here and do this work. And we fix the worst areas. If we had to have a contractor come in and hop around all the real bad areas, it would be expensive. So when we do it with our own guys, we save a lot of money. We can schedule it around different events out here. We come out early in the morning before the course gets busy. So it works out really well when we do it ourselves.
The Public Works Department is also gearing up these days for the beginning of leaf collection season, which officially begins this month.
With fall here now, we're looking at the leaves coming down. We're getting our equipment ready. Our guys are getting geared up to start leaf collection for this year. We actually are going to begin the week of October 9th, and we schedule out each street per day what we're going to be there. You can go to our website and see a map, or you can go to the website and see a list and find your street and see which days we're actually going to be there. So we have it down to the exact day of what day we're going to be on your street.
If the trees in your yard aren't quite ready to let go of those leaves, you can relax, as crews will be making multiple sweeps through town.
We'll start about the second week of October, and we go by our schedule that you'll see out there. And we're going to make at least 4 trips around the entire city in different zones each day. And once that's done, depending on the weather, when the snow might start falling or when the leaves come down, we can still make maybe one more trip around the entire city on an as-needed basis for some of those neighborhoods where there is more trees out there.
And one more project to tell you about.
The Kenbrook Drive water main project is also started now. The crews are in there. They're going to be replacing about 2,000 feet of old water main on Kenbrook Drive. We're going to go from Dixie Drive down to Ranch View. That's going to get a brand new water main in there. We're going to get new services put into the right-of-way line for each business or residence out there. And once that's done, they're going to come through and we're going to repair some of the bad curbs. We're going to install some handicap ramps in certain areas. We're going to once the curbs are done, then we're going to come through and resurface the entire street.
Cron says even with crews on the job now, it will likely be next year before all of the paving work is complete. And with the beginning of each new year, senior citizens are faced with the prospect of changes in the Medicare system. Senior Center Coordinator Tony Williams says an October program could help make sure you're making an informed choice.
Medicare changes every single year, and every single year you should check your Medicare to see what changes have happened. Maybe you need to change your policy, who you're getting it from. So to help out with that, OSHIP, which is a state agency, it's the Ohio Senior Health Insurance Information Program. They are coming here October 31st from 9 to 4. They do not sell any insurance whatsoever. If you bring the list of your medications or the bottles themselves and the list of your doctors, they will put it into a computer program and it will show you which one is the best Medicare for your situation.
If you'd like to be a part of this program, you'll have to sign up by calling 898-1232, by emailing twilliams@vandaliaohio.org, or by stopping by the center and accessing the sign-up sheet on the bulletin board. There's no sign-up needed, though, for a monthly presentation being put on by the Vandalia Public Library.
On the third Wednesday of every month at 10:30, Heather Rauch from the Vandalia Library comes over and talks about a different technical topic each month. And she also does things like that at the Vandalia Library, but when she does it here, it's still open to the public. So you can go to one of two places to find out that information.
Williams says one question she gets fairly often is where folks can find the Senior Center information on the city's website.
And you can find that website by either Googling City of Vandalia or go to vandaliaohio.org. And when you open up that site, there's a blue bar across the top, and about the 7th word is recreation. Click on that, and another blue bar comes up, and about the 7th word is Senior Center. Click on that. All the information about our center is there. Over on the left-hand side is a blue box. You can click on newsletters, and that will show you about 2 years worth of newsletters of things that have gone on here and are currently going on here. If you're interested in our Van-Tran transportation system, that information is also on that website.
And a couple of opportunities for you to help the Senior Center help others, like a terrific program designed to get blankets to veterans in need.
We are needing help from everyone that crochets and knits and would like a project to do. Every year the AMVETs come and take about 24 lap quilts from our super sewers, and they take them to the VA hospital and to the homeless vets and pass them out. Well, last year we kind of added on to that. We asked anyone that crochets and knits to make either a lap size or a full size Afghan. You can come here and get yarn, or you can use your yarn. We need those by November 1st. Now, if you don't crochet or knit but would like to help out with this effort, you can purchase a blanket, a new blanket, and bring it here also to help out with that effort.
The Senior Center is also working with the Vandalia Butler Food Pantry on an effort to get coats and winter wear to kids in need.
We need hats, gloves, and mittens for children, kids of all ages, and adults. You can drop those off in November, December, and January, and it can be ones you've made or ones you went out and purchased. Either way, we'll be glad to pass those on for you.
Our last stop today is at the Vandalia Recreation Center, where registration is already underway for the winter basketball season.
But it is registration time. We have a wide variety of programs. We have a kindergarten and first grade program that runs on Saturday mornings in January that you can register for right now. We also have a great program sponsored by the Vandalia Optimist Club that is for 2nd grade up to 6th grade, boys and girls. That program starts in November, so make sure you get in here and register. You may register at the front desk of the rec center or online at vandaliareccenter.com. Super easy, and just make sure you get your spot.
Recreation Supervisor Alicia McCracken says the basketball program is top-notch.
We do have certified referees. We go through an assigner, so you're getting good referees for all your games. Kids are getting a neat shirt to wear throughout the season, and we've got a really nice program here.
And if Zumba is your thing, you want to hear more about an annual event coming at the end of the month.
This is our annual Harvest Night Zumba class. It's a special class we run every year. This year it's going to fall on Wednesday night, October 25th at 6:30. And it's a fun Zumba class because we ask you to dress in your Halloween costume and have a great time.
Recreation Supervisor Sarah Levy says the best thing about the Fall Harvest Zumba class might just be the admission price.
This is a drop-in class, and the special thing about it is it's actually partying for a good cause. It's free if you bring 3 or more canned goods. If you don't bring canned goods in, then you pay your normal class fees to take the class.
If any of the programs we talked about today here at the Recreation Center interest you, you should check out the Recreation Guide that's available on our website. In that, you'll find literally hundreds of programs and opportunities for you and your kids to get healthy and have fun doing it. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.